Hey, what's up, everybody? You guys know what time it is. It's Fun Friday. We're going to read your comments. I'm going to update on the channel and all that shit. This is JB Gunner. Let's get into it. Peace.
This is Teardrop, and welcome to New to the Wild.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and broads, it's Fun Friday, which means I'm going to read your comments, give a channel update. Today is actually Friday. Usually I record these on Thursdays, but this, for some reason, I recorded the other ones and I just didn't feel like fucking recording this one. But you're getting it now. So it is a little late, but just be fucking glad you got it. So let's go ahead and move on now. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know that Fun Friday last week, or this week on my other channels, was a little bit difficult for me to do. Just to be perfectly honest, it was a little bit difficult for me to do because the other channels are growing so much. So I'm going to change the way I do Fun Friday from now on. I will still read comments, but I'm going to read them off each video for that week. So for instance, if you go back and comment on my other videos, which I still think you should do because I'll respond to them off camera. However, I'm just going to do the comments for the videos from that week. Do you know what I mean? That way the videos don't end up 40 minutes long. My JB Gunner TV Fun Friday was 42 minutes long. So the format of how I do this is going to change. So this last week, what we did is since the last Fun Friday, the videos I gave you was how hard is North Carolina on the Appalachian Trail. Then I gave you how hard is Tennessee on the Appalachian Trail. Which I'm not going to do a how hard is Virginia because that would be fucking stupid because I only went to Marion. Then I gave you a scariest moment on the Appalachian Trail, which we talked about some of the scarier moments on the Appalachian Trail. And then I gave you a video entitled what I've learned in 3 years on the Appalachian Trail. We still got a lot more videos coming this coming week. I'll just give you a little. We're going to do the favorite section in the South. What other videos? We're going to do how much food should you take on any given section, but particularly when you start the Appalachian Trail. I'm going to go ahead and give you a video on what gear you can skimp on without it hurting you. And then another video we're going to do is the different types of Appalachian Trail people, which would include homeless people, hikers, hostel owners, all the different types of people you'll meet on the Appalachian Trail. That'll be a title of a video as well. So, without further ado, let's get right into our channel update. Now, with our channel update this last week, we gained 13 subscribers. So I would like to welcome all 13 of you to the channel. We are now at 71 total. Still a long way to go to get back to where we were at on New to the Wild. But I do like the channel growth. I appreciate you guys so much. We had 43 likes, which is down from last week, but our views was up. Our dislikes was 12. Which are up. The dislikes are on the rise, which means the trolls are coming, which means we're doing right. We had 26 comments, which is more than last week. So we're going to read through these things. And I definitely want to thank you all. Now let's go ahead and, well, one thing I do want to look at real quick while we're here is subscribers gained, subscribers lost. Let's take a look here. As you can see, we gained 15 subscribers. We lost 2. Bon voyage to both of you. So we're a net gain of 13. So let's get into the comments, and we always scroll back 6 days. So we got Brett Hikes commenting. He said, "Love Tuts, man. I check out his long path through hike video vids for recon when I hiked the long path in New York." That's outstanding. Brett, by the way, Brett's been one of my favorite commenters as of late. Thank you so much for that. Tuts is a great dude, no doubt about it. Joseph 4 said, "Loving your videos, and I'll agree, Loner is the man. I was lucky enough to get to hike with Loner a couple of days in 2012. He's a great guy, and I'll highly recommend his book, Painted Blazes. Keep up the good work. Looking so forward to your hike in 2018. And I thank you so much. I should have brought his book down here. If I get up, it'll fuck this green screen up. But I got his book, and I'm so jealous of you, Joseph. You got to hike with Loner? I got to meet Loner at a fucking bus stop. Loner, motherfucker, get out here and hike some miles with me. We are close. We live close. Let's do a section together, man. We got to do that, man. We got to do a section. Just Drop what you're doing. Come down here. You can sleep at the cabin. I'll put you up. I'll feed you. And let's go fucking hike. Do you see what I'm saying? It got me all fucking jealous and shit. Anyway, Joseph Ward then goes on to say, Red Mage was my favorite of 2017. I liked Red Mage. I thought he was a great, definitely great. There was a couple people that was out there, no doubt about it. Red Mage was one of my favorites. But you know, I've gotten some comments and I've seen some other people that made me forget that there was actually a good amount of people out there this past year. And I don't want to alienate them, but I agree. Red Mage for me was one of the top guys in 2017. No doubt. But I also got to recommend my boy over at KB's Adventures. By the way, announcement. Nah, fuck it. Should I do it, KB? Nah? Nah, we'll wait. We'll make that a whole separate video. All right, Larry Vickery says, agree. Year 2012 is the most interesting crop. Hands down, the best in his book, my favorite of dozen or more that I've read. And Larry Vickery, he's definitely been around. I've seen him within the hiking community for quite some time. Glad to have you here, Larry. I'm glad you're back. But yeah, Loner's book is definitely Loner's the man. Loner's the man. Speaking of Loner, this motherfucker that won't come down and hike with me. Congrats on 2 months back, TD. Everything, enjoying these Fun Friday videos. Tuts goes by Trekking On now. That's right. He does. And his channel was at blah, blah, blah. To the troll lady. Through hike videos and info videos like this also help aspiring hikers prep and learn about the trail so they don't go out there unprepared. LOL. Thanks for all the exposure, TD. I gotta find my checkbook. LOL. The YouTube community is a great place to network and everyone supports each other. That's exactly right. Yeah, what that broad said, I don't understand it. Because the truth of this is all of us learned from YouTube before we went out there, for the most part. Not everybody is raised on these trails. Imagine if I hadn't watched Loner or some of these other YouTubers before I went out there. Even after watching all of them, you know how fucking unprepared I was? Imagine if I hadn't watched anybody. Shit, I would have been dead. And Loner, put your checkbook down. Just come out and hike. How about that? How about that? We can promote your books together on videos. Imagine that. Come on, dog. Imagine us recording that section right there. Let's do Springer to top of Georgia. Let's do it. Springer to Neal's Gap. I don't care. Andrew G. Congrats on your new channel. Just finished my through hike 2 weeks ago. Met you at top of Georgia in March. I know you've hiked northbound up to VA. Was curious if you section hiked any up north like Katahdin southbound section. I think some of the descents in Maine are not just ridiculously hard, but downright dangerous, like in the saddlebacks. Andrew G. Here's the fucked up thing. I don't remember Andrew G. I honestly don't. But let's be honest. If you met me at top of Georgia this year, with it being their party, there's a good chance I was a little gone. But your face looks familiar. I just don't remember the interaction for some fucking reason. Maybe you had facial hair or I don't fucking know. But Andrew, congratulations on your through hike, man. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you to have gotten a chance to do that, man. That means a lot. And no, I haven't done any through hiking up north at all. I haven't done any hiking in Maine or New Hampshire or even New York. And so I would love to go do that. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's exactly why I do not believe Stacy Cazell did this shit. I don't even believe she did the AT, let alone the PCT. And it's because of the same shit you're talking about. Loner 2012 commented on my How Hard is Georgia video. He said, wow, I'm always amazed at how detailed you can recall the Georgia sections. I've hiked it 10 times, Loner. He said, I couldn't tell you the names of 3 mountains in Georgia. Very well done. What area did you see a pack of coyotes? The Three Forks area, sir. It's a Three Forks area. In fact, I put it in my scariest moment on the AT video as well. I heard from them. When I came through, but they usually stay hidden in the daytime, and that's true. But yeah. The truth of this is, man, especially now that I've lived in Georgia for over a year, dude, hiked Georgia so many times. It's literally like just going out and playing in my backyard. I live 8 miles from Blood Mountain. You see what I'm saying? Well, more towards 9 miles. Between 8 and 9. Okay, Jan Mendoza, who I want to give a shout out because she has a little blog here at Twilight World. She said, "You are right, Teardrop." That is in reference to my Stacy Cazell video. But so Mendoza, I didn't forget your comment on there, Lona. I'm about to get there. But Mendoza, yeah, I appreciate you keeping up with the Stacy Cazell story on your half, on your blog. So here's what I want to ask you, Jan. Pay attention. I'm putting the research together for her financial gains. If you have any of that information, get a hold of me as soon as possible at thejbgunner@gmail.com. All right? I would love that information. Loner 2012 AT says, TD, I started with $2,000, and he was talking about the money on the Appalachian Trail, but ran out at the New Jersey line. Gifts, food drops from YouTube viewers, and money from my grandma kept me going. Otherwise, I was going to have to sell my laptop and take the bus home. My hike probably cost $5,000. Hiking the trail for $1 a mile is living like a homeless person. And Loner, you're exactly right. See, so even Loner, who started off with $2,000, found out very quickly it was going to cost double that. So that's from the man. If the man is saying my money video is right. All right. Kevin L. says, she has been proven to be a liar. Handicapped people wanted treated the same. Okay, here you go. You're a fucking loser. Drop dead, Stacy. Ooh. Ooh. I'll just let that marinate. Because that wasn't JB that said that. Even though. Oh, Kevin L. Hope you subscribed. Stephen Katz. Oh, shit. One of my trolls is back. Now, he says, The Legend of Failda. I don't know what the fuck that means. But Stephen Katz, if you're calling me a failure because I have not completed a through hike, here's one thing we all know. Stephen Katz has 0 hiking videos on his YouTube. Stephen Katz has never been seen on the Appalachian Trail, other than in the movie. Because Stephen Katz is so much of a pussy, he has to go by a fake name on YouTube. He has to go by a fake persona. So Stephen Katz, you can call me a failure all you want. I still hiked 600 miles more than you did last year. So anyway, he says, you are the poster boy for your insecurity. 120,000 subs? Prove it. You're not a simp. Prove it if you're not a simp-ass bitch. Sir, I'm going to ask you, do you even know what a simp-ass bitch is? First of all, simp means someone idolizing a mediocre pussy. So whether I prove to you how many subscribers I had or not, how would that mean that I idolize mediocre pussy? Use some damn common sense, sir. But the truth of this is I've had several YouTube channels. I've had several radio shows. I've had all of these things throughout the years. And I know you're one of my bigger groupies, so I know you followed me. And just because I keep losing my channels and have to keep coming back over and over, doesn't mean they didn't exist to begin with. Doesn't mean that at all. But that's fine. Not a problem. Okay, let's move on up. 2,000 miles hiked? Ha ha ha. Now that's some bullshit. Keep on dreaming, BJ Gunner. Okay, sir. Now, since you followed me and been such a groupie for so long, you should know that my statement that I'm almost at 2,000 miles hiked is a very accurate one. Okay? I want you to recognize, and you've seen most of these just flat on video, I've hiked Georgia, which is almost 70 miles. It's more than 70 miles. It's almost 80 miles. 10 times. Just Georgia alone. That's 700 to 800 miles. Then when you put in 100 miles on the Florida Trail twice, you put in the rest of the miles I did Virginia this year, you put in all the miles last, use your common sense, sir. 2,000 miles in one hike? Nope, I haven't. But 2,000 miles total? I may be over 2,000. And you've seen it all on YouTube. It's completely ridiculous for you to act like you haven't. But that's what trolls do. So, Mr. Stephen Katz, who sits at home on his couch and hasn't hiked any miles, likes to say, Teardrop's lying. even though Teardrop has always put his fucking hikes on the YouTubes. What a fucking idiot. All right, now moving on. Bait Bolt Productions says, loving these videos. As we get ready to leave in February, it's cool to see the first few states broken down like this. Thanks for taking the time to do this series. You're very welcome. It's not a problem, man. I hope that they get you excited for these southern states. I really do. And I hope it gives you a little bit of insight on these states. And so I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, another thing I wanted to say real quick about Stephen Katz. By the way, I have blocked him. I'm not a fan. The one thing about this is I'll give everybody their one fun Friday when they troll, where I'll read your comments and make you look like a fool and make you look like the troll that you are. But however, there will be no feeding the troll videos. There will be no letting you continuously comment. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. Flag me all you want, faggot. I don't give a shit. All right, moving on. Brett Hikes. Way to break it down, JB. Great video. Can't wait to see you do the rest of the states when you finish the trail. Awesome, man. And that's right, Brett. I don't know why I read your voice like one of the fucking trolls. I apologize. But anyway, yeah, man, I'm glad you like it, and I can't wait to do the rest of the states as well. That and my compilation videos, I really enjoyed doing. Joseph 4 went on to say, really great way to break down trail in the first 3 states. Really great info for any new hiker to those states. Thank you, Joseph. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to break it down and give you guys that maybe haven't been out there, some of the guys that haven't been out there, an ability to know what's coming up. Because one of the things that I remember the most about when I first started was it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Because in my opinion, people weren't telling you that it was hard. When I first started New to the Wild, that was my goal, is I wanted to give you the good and the bad. I wanted, just as much as I wanted to show you when I laughed and cheered and celebrated, I wanted to show you when I cried, when I was fucking mad. All of that. I wanted everyone to see that it was hard. Okay, on the Stacy Cazell video, she says, and this is Jan Mendoza, if she comes on your show, she needs to bring all of her GoPro footage and photos. She was interviewed on a podcast, which has since then been taken down in April, and she claimed to have a GoPro with her. All hikers have cameras with them, for the most part, unless they're older and not really interested in documenting. And even those guys, I think, typically do it. I also did a full article on her nonsense, fully outlining how difficult the PCT was this year, and how her math doesn't add up in the slightest. Someone named Melissa commented on my blog saying that she knows for a fact Stacy hiked the trail. Thanks Teardrop for doing a video. It's the money grubbing part of her crap that bugs me too. Yeah, I've done a few videos, and Jan, I hope everybody goes and comment. In fact, everybody go on over to Jan's blog and tell them Teardrop sent you, and read what she's saying, and because she's right. And so Stacy Cazell is definitely a fraud. I think we've pretty much been through that. Steve Johnson, my new troll, who started trolling my other channel, says, this is where I said scariest moments on the AT. He says, does it mean I can do black fags? If that's what you like, sir, you're more than welcome to do anything you like. If you want to do black fags, that's on you. I ain't got nothing to do with that, you know. I don't promote it like the rest of these liberals. But fuck, what goes on in your bedroom is none of my business, Mr. Johnson. Papa MGTOW, baby, MGTOW for life. Thanks to you, I discovered part of the AT in Pennsylvania and will be trekking this spring. Bringing a guy from other channels into the hiking community, into the hiking world, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Thank you, Papa MGTOW. I'm glad to know that. And if there's any advice I can give you, feel free to get a hold of me. You know how to get a hold of me. You know my Twitter. You know all that. And I'm excited to know that I brought someone else onto the trail that wasn't already part of the trail. I'm glad. That makes me feel good, dog. That makes me feel really good. Brett Hikes then commented and said, great topic, JB. This is on my scariest moments video. He said, camping at night in the dark scares some folks. A lot of things on the trail can be scary. Cold and animals are the most I hear about. Oh yeah, being alone too. I carry bear mace at all times. Well, I appreciate that, your comment, sir. And yeah, I mean, dude, you're alone in the fucking woods, in the wilderness. And for me, I hike off season a lot. So yeah, that shit could be some scary shit. Trust me, I'm much more scared out there around the woods. Well, I used to be. I'm not no, much more than I'll ever be walking down the hoods of Chicago. It's just the truth. Uh, it's yeah, it can be intimidating at times. Sundog Outfitter Adventure Damascus said solid advice. This past spring, I was sick of everything that I mailed myself by the time I got to Irwin. Most of my food ended up in the hiker box at Uncle Johnny's. Good place. I'm done with mail drops, but I'll probably always have a bounce box follow me up the trail. And that's actually a smart move. Definitely smart move. Sundog Outfitter Adventure in Damascus. What? I'm trying. I'm going to go. I think I'm subscribed to you, but I want to see what the hell you're doing over there. But anyway, I appreciate your comment, man. And yeah, I think without a shadow of a doubt that the drop boxes, man, doing it regularly, you'll get tired of it. You'll get boring. It'll get boring. All right, CJT then says, this is JT from Oregon, still from Oregon, says out here in Oregon, bears, coyotes, and are hunted, so they have a fear of man, and they run from you on trail. Wolves are protected, so they ain't afraid of people. That shit scares the shit out of me. But they, so far, seem to be just curious about humans. Several encounters where they have followed as I passed through their territory. But mountain lions are different. I'll piss all over myself if I see a mountain lion, man. That's what I'm scared the most about when I go to the PCT. I am not ashamed to say they spooked me to my core. I have had several encounters that were unnerving to say the least. Sometimes I'll tell you about them when I have time and space to do so. Still, the most dangerous creature you may run into hiking is a human being. Always be careful around new people until you've had enough time to size them up. Wackos usually can't hide their bad intentions for too long. Well, you know, JT, I just kick everybody's ass. That's pretty much the way I look at this. I initiate contact with people so I can get a view of them. Like, everyone that's ever met me on the trail, for the most part, will tell you that the minute I see you, I hone in on you. And I try to gather what type of personality you have immediately. So a lot of times I will strike up conversation with you just to see what type of motherfucker you are. And so I don't play any games with that shit. I don't trust people like that. And so I'll immediately, yeah, I agree. Humans are the most dangerous thing. But I'll tell you what, them fucking mountain lions. No, I don't see a human being more dangerous than a mountain lion. A mountain lion is, dude, if I came face to face with a mountain lion, I'd probably shoot myself. Just so I'm not fucking clawed and eaten to death. You see what I'm saying? That shit would hurt. Anyway, so on my video lessons I've learned in the first 3 years, Steve Johnson, of course the neutral, says, did you learn how to squeal like a pig? I said, no, I learned that somewhere else, sir. CJ says, watch out, JB. I'm not getting a good vibe from this guy, JT from Oregon. And JT, let me make this clear. He's just my newest groupie. As I said in my comments, he's no threat. He honestly, he's got some sort of cartoon as his avatar. He's not real. He's just someone that likes to stir the pot a little bit. Brett Hike says, great video, JB. You hit the nail on the head with everything, man. Love the section about the gear and food. Oh yeah, and the toughness of the trail. All these armchair hikers love your vids, I'm sure of it. And you know what? You're right. There's no doubt about it. That's why I keep saying these people at home love fucking they stalk my vids all the time. You know what I mean? But yet they want to hate. While I'm sitting here planning for my next hike and just came back from a hike. It's insanity. Anyway, Brett, I appreciate your comments as usual, man. You're the man. I appreciate it. Baitboat Productions says, love the video, sir. Loner's book showed up in the mail today. Already getting into it. Quite good. Thanks for the suggestion. That's right, Loner. Come. I expect you down here so we can do some videos together. You owe me that, sir. That's my payment for all the damn promotion. You come down here and hike some miles with me. I'll feed you. Anyway, Bait Bolt Productions, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. I hope you really like the book, and it is a fantastic book. I'm glad you're a Loner fan, without a shadow of a doubt. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the comments. We made it through it pretty pain free, should I say? And like I said, the format may change a little bit next week. It depends on how many more comments we get. If we can stick to right around 25 comments, there's no that doesn't mean stop commenting, but we can do it the same way. But I kind of like my idea of how I want to my new method of wanting to do it. We'll see how it goes. Fun Friday is something that evolves depending on how many subscribers and comments there are, as you guys know. So anyway, have a wonderful weekend. I just got done recording the video for Monday, which is my favorite section in the South. You'll get that Monday. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm out.
Bye, bitches.